Good morning. All right, let's find music. All right, let's get going. Here we go. What are we going to work on today? Let's see. How about we split this? I wonder if I could get like this up here. Oh, I want this on top of that. Can I do that? All right. And away we go. All right, here we go. So we've got auth for Twitch, OAuth in the browser. So we're trying to get this set up today. Now, I did find a couple of the discussions. I was looking in the issues yesterday. When it turns out it's not an issue, it was a discussion that I remember seeing before. So, what we're trying to do is, if we go back to main, we want to see on-page load events for a login window. Seems pretty straightforward. Now, in order to have that, we need to have a second window described in the JSON file. So if we look at tauri.conf.json, I added a second window here. I want to have the width and height back. All right, so there's our width and our height. So you can see we now have two windows. Like, great. What do we do with that? Can we have one show something different? Right? And you can if you provide a URL here. But if you provide a URL, well, here, hold on. Let's not go too fast. All right. So we have some other code in main that is listening to on-page load events. Now, when this happens, I bump the font just a little on that. All right. So when we have the on-page load event, we're debugging the window label so we can tell the windows apart and the event. And then if the label is login, we parse the URL and then debug it. And as you can see on the right, we see login and chat. Then we also have payloads. They're both connecting to a localhost URL. And then the one that is login passes the if check and parses the URL. Cool. Now, can we get them to be a little bit different? I think whenever this app loads up, right, or at certain times throughout the app's lifecycle, we might need to refresh tokens, stuff like that. And I'm not sure if Twitch has an OAuth refresh token endpoint. Let's check on that real quick. They do. Okay. So we can do that later. But just getting the first token, we can just force that when it starts up. Now, something that I noticed when playing around with this is if I told the window, if I got the window as we were doing setup and I injected some JavaScript, that it would not experience this on-page load event for whatever reason. So we have to let it load. And when it loads, then we could do something with it, I hope. Might also notice that we have visible as false. Come back into main. We do set window to show here. I wonder if we still get that if we comment. I wonder if we still get the events if we comment out the window show. Let's see. We do. Ooh, exciting. All right. But one just isn't here. Now we just see the chat one. Okay. And we have different Tauri paths. Oh, where's Tauri? Ori. Oh, my hair's crazy today. Look at that. Whoosh. All right. Ori, different window pages. Multi-window. Right. Window label must be unique. In their example, they have external and local. And I think these are sandboxed differently. Okay. Oh, what's this? Oh, you can create one at runtime. Okay. Accessing a window at runtime, which is what we were doing before. Window to get app.get window. Okay. Communicating with other windows. That sounds exciting. Right. Basically, all I wanted was not to load the main app. I don't think it's going to hurt anything, but it's just extra work that it doesn't need to be doing. But then again, we're in a browser, right? Like, oh, look at that. Customizing the title bar? All right. Let's come back to here. I want to try putting this stuff over here in login. Now, if the window URL is localhost or not Twitch, then I want to do one thing. If it's localhost, I want to do two other things. First, let's do a window show. See if we can have that pop open. Still going? Yeah, it's building. All right. Then we have both again. Perfect. Now, if, where's our parse? Oh, it's inside of the OK. Hoping for where are they at? It's my code actions. There's no dice. Oh, missing, yeah. Huh. All right, so if we have some host. We match on strings in here. So let's say no. Oh, I see. This is nesting too much for me. Could this ever be not parsable? No. I'm just going to unwrap that. We're setting up our environment here. So we should only have like, you know, development sorts of errors. Host is going to be window URL host dot unwrapper default. So it'll be our host or an empty string. Host is equal to localhost. Our window show. Get rid of this. All right. There we go. I'd like to explain my unwraps here. Need a two string. You just need a reference. Oh, default's not satisfied for host. Sure. Okay, but unwrap or oh, I see. Because it could be an IP address. What are we doing? We're working on a little chat app for Twitch. So at the moment, if it was on the screen, we could actually see your chat. So that's the goal. Yesterday we got emoticons working. Today I'm trying to improve the login flow, so you just have people download it and be able to use it on their channels. So instead of using secrets that are constructed on the Twitch development portal, trying to switch to using OAuth, the implicit OAuth float. We're trying to pop open a little window so we can log into it and then capture the auth token and then use that for IRC with the auth token and as a bearer token. Basically the same thing. Oh, it should be a string now. We can compare those. All right, and now if host is localhost, we will show the window. Let's try it out. Right, 2 windows, perfect. One of these is Twitch login, this one here. The other one is Twitch voices, which is where the chat would be. So in this case, testing. And you can see we get testing twice. Bugs. All right. Now, I did want to see if in the chat one, was on top. True. Let's see if that'll work. Okay. It's definitely always on top of the other window. Ooh, it's on top of code as well. Oh, that's handy. All right, let's leave that. I'm back to main. Going to eval, go to this location. And then what I'm hoping to see is as we go through the login flow, that we still get these these on-page load events. All right. So now we have this little login. This application is requesting your public Twitch account information. Blah, blah, blah. Only click authorize if you trust Mr. Halsey's stream chat, which is the name I had to give this. All right, let's authorize. Redirecting you automatically. No, we didn't get a redirect event. We got the first ones. We didn't get any subsequent ones. This debug didn't get hit. Click there. Click again and again. We have any errors? Type error is not a function. Undefined, not a function. Authorize. All right. Ponder. Okay, let's focus on the event piece. Why didn't we get the event? Baby and Lars, good morning. Tauri's APIs don't work on windows that loaded an external URL, and because on-page load is triggered from the JS side, DOM content loaded via an injected script, it will stop working too. It breaks on redirects too. Oh, interesting. So how do you get an OAuth flow working? Oh, interesting. And look at this. We got little animated emoticons. Hello. Oh, that's lovely. All right. I wonder if there's a way for us to just constantly check then. Well, I've done OAuth before in the past with embedded applications, right? Applications embedded in like Microsoft Outlook, right? And so being able to come back to a page, right? If I could have a specific page to come back to, that'd be fine too. Let's see, we could just have it loop, grab a window, let's say in here, right? One of these little things here. And then just window dot. How do we get the location from the window, right? So in here we would just loop, checking for a token in the URL. Yeah, I'm okay not to be able to communicate. I just need to be able to get that one silly token. And I saw that on their website. I was hoping that there was resizing works. That there was a safe enough way. Only possible using the WebView bindings. Oh, interesting. And what do you mean by that? So, getting the URL from the Rust side without using JavaScript is only possible. Now, the WebView bindings, would that be this window RI, the WRI thing is the WebView bindings, right? Use webview2.com/webviewgtk. Oh, interesting. Right. With WebView. This is on window with WebView. Okay. Oh, I see. Look at that. just need the URL. All right, so what do we have on WebView here? So in this case, is the type of WebView different for each one of these? It sounds like you have some experience with this. What's your experience? I also saw they have plugins. Inside time. Oh, I say show, hide, close. We'll need the close one. Cursor grab, blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're a Tauri team member. Oh. What? All right, well. Let's see. This is interesting. I've never seen stuff like this. Oh, this looks like yeah, all the cocoa bits. If you're on Tauri's Discord, there's an example to get the current URL. That's why we tend to recommend a small localhost server as your redirect URL. Now we could do that, right? Part of the challenge here is well, thank you for stopping in today. I appreciate it. See if I can open that up in Discord. Gotta like log into Discord, like. This way you can auth in the browser and you're not bound to the Tauri window. I see. Right, because you open it up in a separate window, but then you just redirect it back to localhost. The challenge there is, I guess, firewalls and stuff, right? It's not all machines like to have servers running. How do I even log in? Scan the QR code. Here we go. Yes, log me in. I'm on like a tiny. How small is this? I would just open a socket. I wonder if we pull something up. Dev.twitch.tv, my console, applications, Mr. Ollie stream chat. Right, and then in here, I wonder how picky this is with ports and stuff. Like if we have to specify the port or if just any localhost is okay. Because yeah, I like the idea of just using whatever the user's default browser is, right? Just window.open, it goes off somewhere else, they log in, redirects to localhost. We say, hey, go ahead and close it down, right? You made a super tiny plugin which uses a TCP listener. Let's check it out. Minimalistic Rust library, Tauri plugin. All right, first check, always a license. You can randomly generate it. Perfect. Perfect. We have cancel function, HTTP, handle connection. Oh, that's interesting. Start. What else do we have in here? Init. And this builder is what, a Tauri plugin builder. So we're building an OAuth plugin. How do we end up using plugins like this other than just copying and pasting this somewhere? Is there like a... Can we set this up as a dependency, as like a crate dependency? I guess I didn't really look. Add it to cargo.toml and it should work. That's exciting. All right, so Tauri, exit 1337. That's funny. Is exit used? We start local port. Oh, I see. So we're spawning a thread, standard TCP listening. So we accept, match connection if it's okay or error. You have some URL like handle connection. Okay, let's look. What does handle connection do? TCP stream response. Read from the connection into the buffer. If the buffer is equal to exit, return a new string. Okay. Interesting. If it's equal to exit. Disclaimer, I didn't test it on macOS. That's funny. is localhost. Okay. This is interesting. Curious, like, I see this getting used once here. Oh, down here. Okay. I like this idea. Is return to the app. Now at this point, it seems as though you could somehow let me think through this again. Seems like you should be able to communicate with the rest of the app to be able to close the auth window at that point, right? And it looks like this handle connection is really just looking for what, the host header? Full URL or host. And this bit here, this is what I'm a little confused about. What are we doing here? So we're including a header. We're formatting some script, right? That we're putting in the page to call CB. At this point, shouldn't the token already just be available in the headers that you could just grab it? Because many OAuth providers redirect to a pound fragment, which the browser does not send to the server, right? So we send it manually. Oh, yes, of course. Oh, interesting. Well, that makes sense. Right, if it was in the query. This is cool. It is tiny. I have to admit, it feels a little rough. This is cool. And when it gets started, let's see. Handle connection, because you're going to need to provide that port. And here we just shut it down. Okay, so when we cancel, we hit the stream. Write that. Okay. And where are you grabbing the port? Because I see here we're setting up. Here's the port. Oh, we return the port here. Oh, okay. And start. Was meant to be a proof of concept. Yeah. Really small repo example. Okay, this is interesting. Now, Tauri can make requests, right? So I could make a request asking this thing to be shut down. Okay. The plugin picks the port itself, returns the port it picked. It also takes a handler function as an argument that gets called when the redirect is done. I see. I'm going to go back to the source here. This init. We'll start server. Okay, invoke handler, start server. Oh, start is here. Oh, I see it now. Oh, it's just a placeholder in case you add JavaScript API. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's really start here, which sets up handle connection. And do you have to register cancel? Hold on, let me go back to the example. Source. I don't see cancel being called in here. We'll auto close after the redirect. I see. You can send a request to exit, yes. So this here creates, it's just listening for new connections. And in here we handle a connection. What if you don't get the whole buffer, like the whole request in one TCP packet? Yeah, as minimal as possible. I like this idea. I think there's some edge cases that aren't being handled in here though. Right, reading half headers. If you get a TCP fragment, or rather, for whatever reason, let's say, what's the standard TCP size? Is what, about 1500 bytes? If you go, if the data you need is on the other side of that, are we looping here? Handle match for connection, handle connection. Here we get a TCP string connection. And we basically get a one shot, like here's the connection that's coming through. And we're in HTTP. We do not use the connection, so no reuse. Okay, that makes sense. It's very minimal. This is cool. Connection.read TCP stream. It's reads everything that's just available, right? Some bytes, yeah. You know, it could just be that I'm a little distracted with the HTTP implementation bits. Because when is your local browser going to like not be able to send all the packets quickly enough to the local server, right? And you're using HTTP parse. Okay. Is this published? We'd have to just point to the get. Okay. All right, let me think through this. Okay. I wonder how much more code like that tiny HTTP is compared to what you have here. I'm just thinking out loud, you know, like, because there are some edge cases that aren't handled, which are incredibly unlikely, but it just, it's that little thing in the back of my head, right? We're doing this exit check. Okay, probably don't need to, right? Because cancel's never being used. There's some little pieces that we could probably clean up. Like if I was gonna copy paste this right into you know, just a folder or whatever, some things I'd probably look to do: read till end of stream, strip out the pieces that weren't needed, right? Init, cancel at the bottom. Everything else I think looks perfectly fine. So callback, okay. Does his localhost work? It starts with localhost, okay. Then I think it would be nice to have the different endpoints represented a little more clearly, you know? Like if we're doing callback, it's all over here, right? Even with, you know, duplication, like it doesn't need to be super dry, right? Yeah, it's going to be hard to beat. I don't know, what is this, 50 lines of code? This is great. Well done. Well done. All right. And just want to see 64,000 SLOC. Okay, that's... I want to take a peek over here real quick. Cargo, what does it use? Dependencies. Yeah, it's doing a little bit more, right? Chunk transfer. SSL, we don't need. Perfect. And then what else are we getting here? Probably just it really just cleans up that first concern I was thinking about, right? Parses the headers a little bit more cleanly. And I think in my case, even if this added like a megabyte download or to the download size, right? For as many people that are going to download this, it's not going to matter. Right. So I want to try to learn Tauri plugins, but I don't feel like I'm learning Tauri plugins here, which I think would be fun to do. Because it looks like, for as much as we have the init and cancel here, we're not actually using these pieces. It's mainly start, right, which is just start a TCP's listener, so it's not really a plugin. All right, I'm going to try to do the same thing using this other library. It's going to add a little weight, but it is going to be heavily inspired by this. Size is really negligible. Oh, that's fantastic. Okay. Let's try to do this. Now, where were you starting it? Because you could start this whenever. I guess the other challenge here is actually communicating back to Tauri, right? We could use like a crossbeam channel or something to be able to get information back to Tauri, or we could pass Windows and use Windows events. We could give it its own window handle so it could just close it, but then we still need the OAuth token and the other pieces. I already have an MPSC queue. We could just pass a writer. Right, when we start this up, just give it the writer. And when the token comes back, you just shut down the HTTP server. Yeah, but if somebody closes the window, you still need to be able to shut it down, don't you? So you could just have like that, /exit route that shuts it down. And this is all going to be done, I think, mainly from the Rust side, isn't it? See, because of the unprotected... Why do you need to shut down the server? Cleanliness. I don't want other people interacting with the app over TCP. Like if there's just something on the system that's looking for open ports on the local system, I just want it open for as small a time as possible. And because of the unprotected localhost port, you must verify the URL here. Yes. Preferably send back only the token. Nothing at all if you can handle everything else in Rust. And I think we can. So I don't think we're going to need to start the server from JavaScript. We start it whenever the app starts. As soon as we get the token, we shut it down. And then if we need to refresh it, we use refresh the token, we use the refresh API. Yeah, wouldn't need a /exit route. Just a one shot. That's true. All right. Okay. All right. I really like this. In case the let's see. Oh, in the case of the plugin, it also shuts itself down once it got the token. Yes. And if somebody closes the window, though, we need still that one shot to be able to just say, you know, cancel or whatever it is, right? Just in case. Yeah, we could do that. And that would also be a nice way to know if the HTTP server is running because the one shot exists, right? We can toss that in a shared, in a state piece. All right, let's play around with this. All right, goodbye on page load. 'Twas nice knowing you. All right, we've got manage. Let's get rid of that. Boom. So I'm killing the chat app as we're going. Okay. Tauri async runtime spawn. No. I'm going to comment that out for a bit. What did you choose, the Tauri route versus the bare bones GUI route Musean is playing with? I actually wanted to try it out for a different project. So there's a couple of things that I would like to be able to use this with, right? You see the rate at which Tauri is improving, and Tauri is a magnificent piece of technology, right? So you could create a certain class of applications with it. And I feel more comfortable as having done web development for 20 years with Tauri. It kind of, hits that need where I just want a web view. Web views are all good enough, right? I like Rust. And so being able to combine those two things really, I think, lets me move a little faster. I've never really been interested in Electron just because it packages Chromium, right? It's just too heavy. But I would like to make a Sudoku app because my wife and I, we like to play Sudoku together. But like the co-op Sudoku world just doesn't work that well. So I think that'd be fun to do. Wire up Tauri to, show Sudoku UI and then be able to communicate across devices. And then I hope by the time I get to that, that Tauri could maybe even be not just multi-platform, but on devices and stuff like that, like mobile coming soon. And I'd love to get that on my phone, like a little Sudoku app on my phone that I could then, communicate across, Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, right, for a local co-op game. I think that'd be fun. What did I manage? Oh, did I kill? I killed too much. Okay. All right. Yeah. Oops. All right. So let's spawn that. Get rid of that. Let's see, do I want to do this every single time it starts up? Just, you know, try to log in again. Is there a downside to it? We could store the auth token in the database. And that's kind of an optimization. I think it would just be simpler. You know, okay, hold on. Let's get the app started. Looks like it should start now. Okay. So what I'm thinking is at the very beginning, we say we have like a login button, right? Big old, you know, login with Twitch or whatever. And eventually I would also like to get like a Discord and maybe YouTube chat like on there as well. And who knows where that would be. But then once you received that auth token, then it would go through and connect with IRC and so on and so forth. Let's add a login button. We'll scroll. Twitch login. All right, 500, that's fine. Patiently waiting for the mobile apps. Yes, yes. Kind of want to just prime the pump on this, right? Get used to how Svelte, not Svelte, yeah, how Svelte and Tauri work. Yeah, this is going to be Twitch Voices source. That's a horrible little UI. Move. Is it lib? Yeah, there it is. This I haven't gotten used to yet. Like in Vim, it was just, you had a little autocomplete in the bar at the bottom. And so much easier. And I don't really care for doing the file explorer thing here. Wherever it is, view. Yeah, I don't know. Like this is a search, but all right. And I'm not really using the routes, and I wonder if I should. We'll figure that out later. All right, which Svelte? And what are we going to have here? This will be, I mean, just at its base, like a button, right? It's going to be something that can also listen and know that it's, should it be concerned whether or not it shows itself? Oh, this is one of those hard little pieces. Delta load module, yes. I see. So maybe I should create the module first before referencing it. Okay, now we have our little login with Twitch at the bottom. Now we need to do something with that. And ideally, this would be href equals, right, some Twitch URL. Target is what, underscore blank. And if we have the config set up right, it should, yeah, okay, that loaded up in Safari. Okay. Can we open URLs from Rust? Open up system, like browser windows, other browser windows. Oh, interesting. As we either call into Rust to do that, right, which would start the HTTP server and then spawn a window, or we could do that both here. Good choices. Click. Oh, on click. Just call it login. The URL here. Oh, we need to get the let's say start server and get the port or the URL port or the return path. So we'll have to toss that into the window.open. Did I get rid of the whole URL piece that I painstakingly put together? Yes. Yes, I did. All right, it's here. Okay. Saved in undo memory. Okay. Save, close. Which, what? No. Get out of the way. All right. Now localhost, let's see, const, what is that, redirect URI? Oh, I'm gonna see. How do we set up Tauri mobile project? Okay. Oh, that's gonna be cool. I'm looking forward to that. It's gonna be fun. I feel like I'd like to help, but like feel so far removed from being able to help. Unexpected token. Backtick. Window.open. Login URL. And the target is blank. Hmm. Okay. Internal error. Line 4, character 33. 4. Oh, yes, of course. That needs to be in quotes. Ta-da. Okay. I click on that. Oh, it's not doing anything. Why is that? One click, login. Before we do that. Let's see, spot where that debugger window went. Oh, here it is. Console. Hmm. The window.open like this. That should work, right? Well, it's console.log. Oh. Login URL just to see it work. Why is it still trying to go to like /Twitch URL? It did not like, get that this was updated. Oh, that's strange. Not found. Twitch URL. All right, where is Twitch URL? Nowhere. Why is it still doing it? Console. Accessibility, key down, okay. Huh. No dice. Now the anchor worked. And inspect element. I'm also very new to things like Svelte, so log in with Twitch, right? There should have been a console log here. Clicking on this. Okay. I was expecting on click to do this. And this was all autocomplete, so let's see. What do we have here? On click. The pointing device. Sure, quick fix. Oh, yeah, ignore. That's great. No need to ignore. All right, let's look at the docs. Svelte life cycle stuff. No. Scroll. On event name. I was wondering where this was. Marks a statement as reactive. Any top level statement can be made reactive by prefixing it with the $::. Reactive statements run after other script code and before the component markup is rendered. Okay. Interesting. So it's... Click. Should work. It's doing the Twitch URL thing again. Okay. Not found Twitch URL. Let's get rid of the login window here. Let's go back to chat because we're not using the login window. I'm suspicious that there's another window kind of hanging out in the background there. No other sort of reasoning though. Yeah, what where is it getting this? Twitch URL. Twitch URL. Nothing. Nothing. Not found / Twitch URL. Oops, it was like a clean. Cargo clean. Cargo check. I don't know. It feels like it's more on the HTML side than this side. All right. Anyhow, let's go back to where we want to be. Svelte, auto scroll. All right, there's something cached somewhere. Not found Twitch URL. Because this file is not getting generated correctly? Source main 319. What is this? Oh, yes. We got rid of that window. Perfect. Export Vite dev index. Vite? Runtime server index. No idea. All right, let's go back to our Twitch login. Twitch login. All right. Let's say that out. Perfect. It goes away. Soul.log. Hello. Still Twitch chat. Well, what's it got against this file? Which URL? So what we used to have in here was anchor. Which URL? Something like that. And its target was about blank. And we had this in here. Right. You could click on that and it would go to 404 not found. Right. You think it's still trying to go to that URL? Like we just don't have the route? Oh, I guess, like how do these routes work? The document back. Hello, hello. Okay, what if we did? Inspect, okay. Yeah, clicking on that doesn't do anything. All right. Oh, this is, I think it's more of a svelte. Oh. Event, no, that's event forwarding. Events, DOM events. Mouse move, okay. Button. Oh, look at all this. This is nice. Click once capture. So this is, other than it just being a button versus a div, you should be able to on-click a div. Why? Button, on-click once. Oh, look at that. So fancy, like, boop. Wait, did it do it? No, it didn't. What a console log. Okay. If you guys need me, I'm gonna be under my desk crying. Okay. Like, Dave. Okay, click me. This was set up to login. Oh, it is getting executed. I was filtering my console log messages. All right. Back on track. Here we go. All right, now what about a window.open? Is it going to give us a window.open anywhere? Is it opening in Safari for me? Oh, that's where the Twitch URL thing's coming from. Safari keeps hitting it. Oh, because that was still open. Okay, okay. We're getting this now. All right. But it's not opening. Okay. So we're getting down to this point where we're logging that URL. Then we call open. We provided a string. Target, right? Okay. Now we did see this work with an anchor tag, but it's not working for login. Let's say Tauri open browser window. I think there's a permission I need to set up. A window.open is being tracked on issue that. Yes, it does this. Target is set to underscore Tauri instead of underscore blank. We create a new window. Okay, well, that's good to know. Well, we could do this in Rust. That's fine. All right, let's register a command so we can start the server. Yeah. So just like little buffers. Okay. To be in OAuth and RS. Now we also want to include, what was it? The HTTP server, tiny HTTP. Let's grab that. Oh, they're at 12 now. O.12. Let's see. All right, get it sorted. Good. We'll need docs on that in just a minute. Let's move it to the start. Okay. After the Twitch stuff and docs. Oh, that's right. We could pass in the pieces that we needed in the state. Does this need to be... Does it need to be async? I don't think so. Okay. I also want to go and grab the Twitch piece. Where is it? Connect, run. Who calls this? Here. Right. Start that. What a fan. Good morning. How are you? All right. So now we've got our start. It's just copy pasted in place. Okay. Now we need state, but not for an event stream. We need for, oh, look at that. Yeah. Emoticons, right? I think they need to be bigger, really. They absolutely need to be much larger. That's better. Okay. Going back. Our little HTTP bits in here. We need to start a server, pass it off to the loop or whatever. We also need the kill switch. Now, what does this return? Okay, so server. Oh, this is in its own little place. No wonder it's this color. No, server is not set in sync. What is it? Okay. Atomic bool. Yeah, it should. Is the address the server is listening to? Yeah. You can move it into its own thread. Okay. Okay. But we want to send back a string, right? We also want some, oh man, it's like blinding. You know, with this background, I don't look so white. That's, but if you look down here, it's getting pretty close. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. All right. All right. Focus, Halsey, focus. How you doing, Rockerboo? All right. Funny now that we, you know what? If we left that HTTP server up, oh no, we could just include like images in a directory and just point to them, couldn't we? I wonder how that would work with Tauri. Like how, like we could probably have like a add emoticon button, right? We just have custom ones here. All right, let's just. We want to connect to. It's funny because it needs to be localhost, doesn't it? Match. Okay. All right, so we'll start our server, but we need to know what the port is. Server dot, I don't know, server adder dot to IP socket. This, because that gives us a sock adder, which I think has a IP on it, right? Was that an option? It is. Just unwrap. Port. Okay, so that's where the port would be. That's if it could start up, right? Otherwise, we need to return some sort of error. I wonder how we should be doing like error messaging in Tauri, right? I don't have a great place to add error messages. Maybe we need like another little just a window that stores the messages. That would be cool. Toasts. I don't want it to be irritating though. Logging into Twitch again. Port is going to be equal to that. Mini toasts with jelly. Yes. Oh, what are those little ones? You get like little, they're like little cakes that you put a little jelly on it and then you cover it with chocolate, right? And the chocolate hardens. And, oh man, we saw that on the Great British Baking Show on Netflix. And then we started to make them. And they are like, it's like 4 ingredients for the little sponge. So good. And then with like some coffee. Oh. Yeah, that would be so nice. What are they called those? The little they're like little mini cakes. I'll have to ask my daughter. She makes them. They're really good. I wonder if I'm getting hungry. Yeah. Okay, so we have our little server, right? Now we've got a server, we've got a port. We need to return URL, right? And in Twitch login stuff. Oh, we don't need to return this, do we? Because we're going to open this ourselves. Okay. Yeah, there. Oh, let me think about this. A, B. To remember things, I go through the alphabet. It's like I try to just clear my mind, like clear water on a lake, right? Just still. And I think about the first letter of the word, like A. Nothing comes to the surface. B, C, D. Jaffa cakes. I made it to J. These little beauties. I can make these at home. Well, that one's like massive. No, thank you. I want like little bite-sized ones that I can fool myself into thinking there's only a small amount of calories in them. And so I don't eat very many calories, but I eat a lot of cakes, right? These things, yes, Jaffa cakes. Delicious. You can make them in like a little, like muffin tin, right? You just add a little bit of batter at the bottom, they pop out. I forget exactly which cake pan we use for these. But they are delicious. They're like soft, spongy, and then the chocolate, if you do it right, it gets nice and hard. All right, break time's over, guys. Back to work. All right. Where were we? Redirect URI. We got a redirect URI here. We need a port in here. Port. Something needing to do. Oh my goodness, we have started playing WoW Classic, and it's just been a while. I think I'm like level 12 or something, 14 maybe now. Hold on, I need the documentation over here. Oh, this is the JavaScript UI. That's JavaScript. Oops. All right, well, let's undo a little bit. Yeah, Wrath of the Lich King seems cool, but haven't wanted to invest time into it. Yeah, I got one of my kids is kind of remote now, so it's kind of we're trying to set it up as a way to hang out, you know, because just getting together is well actually impossible. So it's const port is going to be equal to, is it await invoke? And then we give it the command OAuth. What do we call it? Run or start? Is that how it works? I don't know. Async function. Okay. Oh, it imported invoke for me. Thank you. That was nice of it. And then we need open. Instead of window.open. And we need to await that, right? Yeah, I don't really care which one it opens. Login URL. All right, now if we hit the button, we should get an error because await invoke is going to fail. Login. Okay. Yep. Command OAuth start not found. Perfect. Making AI images at the moment. Oh, that's fun. That's fun. I got a guy at work who has their Zoom image every day, a new AI image. And that's pretty cool. You kind of look forward to seeing it. But I can only imagine, when we get together, like you have like an on-site, because I've been 100% remote now for nearly a decade. I could see that I'm probably going to be disappointed when I actually like just see him, right? Like, oh, I missed your AI face. But it'd be fun to hang out though. Okay. So we're bailing there. And if we go into OAuth, start, found mismatched arg count. Okay, I don't get it. Expected 0 arguments, found 1. IRL meetings. Yeah. Keep up the illusion. Oh, that's great. I thought I had a couple of these. This one. And that one was fun. Oh, it's pub. Pub. We need that. Event stream. I don't think is needed. And I think it's the name here. So I need, it's going to be OAuth and then like start, I don't know. Start login. All right, and then we go back over into Svelte. And our command should be the name of the function. Start login. All right. Right now they're using layers to generate 3D models from text using the images taken at different positions in 3D to generate the model. Oh, I've been thinking about that too. Like, how many models would you have to train to be able to generate 3D models from images, right? Because you'd have to train it so many times going in one direction to be able to go back the other direction. I've been thinking about that for like bipeds. So that would be cool. That'd be really cool. Let's see. High resolution text to 3D content. Oh, wow. I close my... That's cool. Something as low as 3 to 5 images for a Google model. Are you kidding? Wow. Input: bear, panda, koala, lion, hippo. That's funny. An explosion, I can imagine. That's cool. Art login not found. Really? Oh, because we didn't register it. Oh, of course. Oh, of course. There we go. Now it should find it. I think it's going to have some interesting implications in, let's say, clothing, right? Imagine if you could take 3 to 5 images of yourself and then have custom clothing made for you that just fits, right? They've been trying to do this for a long time, and there's a bunch of startups that already do something similar to that. But I think you could get it even better. Or imagine if you wanted to have a custom, what are those things called that tailors have, or seamstress, where there's a body form, right? You can have custom body forms made for certain clients. That might work now. Oh, did it not start up? Oh, start login. What is the error? Oh, because I'm not returning anything. Of course. String. Import. All right. App handle doesn't work. Back to that piece. Tadas, how you doing? You've been buying custom Converse sneakers for the past several years. Love that I can get the shoe in the same design and colors always. Yeah. Oh, it opened up. Okay. Fancy. Okay, so that did open up over here. My little browser by default. All right. So that's good. Now let's get this up and running. So we got a server, get a port. Right now, run. What, do we need an app handle for this? We need. What? Server. Oh, it didn't. All right. I'm just going to snag the little loop that they had on their website. Here. I really don't need real case scenarios. Handling requests. You get a request. It's either one or the other. What does this give us back? What is the system? For making 2D into 3D, but using a model to generate a 2D image that can be animated slightly with the person inside the clothing. Oh, wow. Huh. There's, oh man, there's so much. I'm looking forward to being able to take, like, let's say I wanted to make a game, right? And I was doing the whole indie thing. Let's say I wanted to be able to animate something. I would love to be able to just record myself doing the animation and apply it to a model using AI like that, right? Just take this, learn it with my Android phone or like this camera here, whatever it is, right? I'd love that. That'd be great. Oh, do something with a request. And here we could match it. Request dot. Do we have like a path? A URL dot. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, returns a stir. And we have URL already. So we could parse that. And that's going well. What is this? I'm going to butcher the name here, but Beebensman? Good morning. Welcome. Yeah, doing all right. Doing well. Oh, the first Prince of Persia. Beautiful game. Man, when that came out. No AI, though. Yeah, they did all that handwork on that stuff. That was an amazing game. And this returns, yeah. Unwrap that. Okay. Is that an option? No, that's a stir. Okay, perfect. Like here, return to 404. You're looking into, wait a minute. You're looking to get into programming applications. In the last month, you've been learning HTML and CSS. What do I think is appropriate to continue with? If your goal is to make full-scale applications, what kind of applications do you want to make? So I think Tauri is a great cross-platform platform so far. Like I think I like their focus on security. I like how that's different from Electron. Oh, it's not Tor browser. This is it's a framework. Tauri.app. Paste. Okay, chat. There we go. What languages should you learn next? Python, Java? That really depends on what you're trying to make. So if you're trying to make like just an application like what I'm doing here, currently what we're working on is this application right here. Right? We're trying to get login working so you can log into Twitch and not have to set up tokens a specific way. I want it to be a little bit more flexible. But if you're looking to build something like this, I think HTML, CSS, you didn't mention JavaScript. So JavaScript, I'd probably put on that list if you're looking to use something like Tauri or Electron to build applications. If you're looking to build like command line tools, I think Python is a great little language for that. I tend to choose Rust because I like the way it works. And I've got a lot of experience over the years with browser tech, so Tauri kind of fits what I'm doing. But it really depends on what your goals are. Do you have like an example? Yeah. How much of front end should you learn? You don't make very appealing websites. Okay. I don't either. And if you're making just like applications like this, you don't have to have a lot of, let's say, design skill, right? I'm not a designer. I've worked with designers, but it only goes so far. I can identify what's bad, right? And if we were to look at this, like, there's some spacing issues here. It'd be nice to have more space like above the names here. That'd make it easier. Line breaks easier to read. I'd say just getting in there and programming and building stuff is going to be like step number one. So, now you're saying applications and websites. Now, these are two very different things, right? If you're building like some sort of bespoke application, it's going like, let's say you're building, we were talking about it earlier, a Sudoku application, right? You look at a dozen Sudoku apps, you kind of get a sense of the features you want to put in yours. And then, you go through and you make it. If you're building something like, Google, it's going to look different than Sudoku. So if you want to make applications on the web, should you learn more front end? Yes. And that's 3 buckets of knowledge that you have to pick up: JavaScript, HTML, and CSS. And there's not a great way around it. Right? Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. And if anybody else has suggestions too, feel free to chime in. It looks like we respond using request.respond. Let's look at request. Respond. Takes a response. So I create a new response, status code, headers, data, and additional headers, and then just toss it on there. Okay. Is there like a response builder? No, that's okay. +1 that taught us. The tailwind does make things pretty easily. All right. Let's say our first path is just AOU. We go into like handle, let's say, callback, handle callback. And they'll finish. All right, now for handle callback. That, and we are going to say heavily inspired by and right now here when a request comes in, all right, we have a couple of paths, right? So request, exit, skip that for now. Looping over the headers, looking for full URL or host. That one's interesting. Let's see if we can get away with just host. And what do we get for headers here? Oh, it's a, okay. It's a list. Or a slice, rather. And we are looking for the host header. Header dot find. We find map. Okay. Because I think I just want a string back. Okay, what do we get? What's a header here? Header field, header value. I see, so we can just compare it. So if it's equivalent, equal ignore ASCII case. Okay, so we don't have to worry about case. All right, so we're looking for host. That's empty. Okay, h dot value. That's just an ASCII string dot aster chars. I don't think we can hold on to that value through that. String. All right, so it'll be empty string. Oh, it has to return at the wrong level. Dot unwrapper default there. There we go. We get our host header, right? Now from our host header, we redirect to this other location. With a full URL in the header. We're not redirecting. We're having JavaScript do a fetch. I see. Okay. I didn't see that before. There to there. That makes sense though. Okay. Back. Host header just for debugging purposes. All right. And we need to build up a response. $200. There's we create a new one this way. Abstract pub field. I see a header field from bytes. right, and we need the full URL that we're going to send to here. And this is going to be what? Yeah, is it localhost or is it something else? Because we don't want to do this cross domain. I think it has to be localhost for us. I don't know why it would ever be 127.0.0.1. Maybe there are some edge cases here. Oh, we need the port. We have the existing host header. We can just use that. Oh, what was I doing with this? Oh, callback host header. That's fine. What is that going to look like? We need the host header because the host header is just one piece of it. We need the full URL for this. Does the host header include... Does it include the port? Ooh. I don't remember. Let's get this running. Inspect network. Load. It does include the port. Okay, good. We'll use a host header and give it path. Finish. Now, at this point, we need to pass in a script, which then builds out the rest of this. And the way it was working here, well, we've just built this piece here. Oh yes, cannot do full URL the way we were doing it. Response. We do not need headers here. So we are sending the response that will then include the script that sends the request. Script is going to equal script fetch. URL slash, not just URL, comma, boom, boom, X dash, full URL. That's a window.location. See the closing on that. Okay. I'm missing headers. Okay, headers. Gonna grab that. Data is script. Oh, I see. And what about script? What's it want for script? Data is R, and R is what? Where R is response. Now R is read. Oh, okay. Wait, we could wrap that in a cursor, or what do they do? Request. I did it again. Sting. String. It does not implement this. The cursor does. What else does, let's see, string, can we do it like as bytes? Let's see, what else implements read? Those are implementers. Ah, yes. So we could just do as bytes on that. Past that, then we get into finish, handle finish. I feel like we need more in there, right? Like the page is just kind of empty. Handle finish. And in this case, we get a request. We need to get the header. Full URL. This is going to be touchy to test on Twitch because I don't know if well, I know that I do not want to leak access tokens. We'll debug the length, right? Then we'll get DB, let's see. Fine. Let's go through the process. Boost header. Okay. Again with Twitch. Okay. Here's my 2FA. Like a bazillion browser windows open. You will be redirected to localhost 61,561. I trust this app. Cannot connect to the server. Oh, weird. Redirect mismatch. Parameter redirect URI does not match registered URI. Okay, what? So they didn't match. That sucks. What was it to begin with? Be able to get it just by clicking on that. Client ID. Oh. The redirect URI has a /return on it. I don't think I set it up that way. In this case, I don't think I'm revealing anything. This here, the path that we have set up is not the same as this. And the one that was in the URL was like this. Right? It had the IP port, excuse me, it had localhost port on there /return. Come back here. I think we were looking for like callback or something, right? Where was it? That was in redirect URI. Oh, /return. It is /return. Right, let's just call it callback. That's what we have over here. And then, so we'll just have callback and finish. But then on the Twitch bits here, I think we need a /callback. Well, you can set this to localhost. Yeah, I don't know. And the fact that I didn't have it added yet. Okay, let's not add too much. Let's go with just that. Oh, fine. Add that. Save. Success. Great. Let's try again. Okay. So the place it's trying to send to looks like this. Oh. Dog's barking. All right, but we're not going to add that there. Just going to authorize. Oh. Mismatch. Wah, wah, wah. Really? There's a developer console. There it is. Okay, I'm going to try this again. Oh, got one more. All right. Log in with Twitch. Inspect elements. Okay, fine. I want to look at the network there. Just make sure I don't miss anything. Authorize. Ooh. Preserve log, please. Thank you. Continue. Yeah, it sends me to localhost with an error on it. Okay, let's add. Let's remove this one. Let's add callback, save, and try again. Network, preserve log, great. Authorize. Okay, the response. Redirect URI. Requested. Parameter plus redirect URI does not match registered URI. Well, that's no good. I wonder if they want a specific port. Let's say, let's say we want some goofy port, just a boom. That one. We'll take that one. And come back in here and say we want all back, add, remove. Okay. Save. I wonder if we'll have to register like 10 different ports. Just try to bind to one in a list. Okay. Now it's coffee time. Now if I value LE, what is that? OAuth 65? I wonder what I was doing there. Nothing. All right. Let's see if we can get to that port, which was what? 23634. Okay, authorize. You have to have the port. Oh, what a mess. Okay, all right. Wow. Okay, so you have to have the port. Yeah, we tried the we actually tried it without the callback. We tried it with the wrong callback. We tried it with a correct callback. All of those failed. We hard coded the port and it worked. That was the only change that we did for that. The last success was the port. So I think I can come up with 10 random ports and just register them all in Twitch. And then just try to bind to each one. But we could try it again, but here, let's say we do. Okay, so this one is our quote unquote working one, right? I'm gonna save that into, how about the chat? We'll paste that into chat. Okay. And then if we just do http://localhost, no, remove that one, add this one, save it. Okay, I'm gonna restart this. All right, here we go. Let's try again. Log in. I wish I could show this to you guys. I guess I kind of could, just pieces of it. All right, this is my StreamBot account. And you can see where it's going to redirect to that port there on that website, which is tiny for y'all. There, it's a little larger. I'm going to take that back off screen and click authorize. Oh, and then it gives me this like, you're about to leave Twitch, you know, be careful, right? Then I hit continue, and then I get redirect mismatch error. So yes, and the only change was, in that case, we reduced it down to, that is super annoying. I'll work through it though. I'm gonna go pop onto WoW. The kids are awake, and it's my day off, so we're gonna go hang out there. Let's see, software and game development. Figure out who we're gonna raid today. Probably try to make a little bit more progress on this kind of off screen just to get some of the boilerplate stuff worked out. Let's see. Distributed systems in Rust. All right, let's see if we can raid Chris Nova. But I like the way this is going. I think it'll work. Can generate some HTML, CSS for that last page. Serve that content up. That'll work. And I was able to see the access token in the URL, at least in the browser. So I imagine that that the rest is going to work just as your examples did. So thank you, Fabian Lars. You've been incredibly helpful today. I appreciate it. And the source for this that we're working on is all up on SourceHut, so it'll all be available there. And it's all open source. So until next time, y'all. Bye-bye.